So today what we're doing is we're playing games made by you. Okay, or at least that was the condition put forward by the questionnaire that I have people fill out for the stream. So if we come across any that break those rules, we just won't be playing them. So these games had to be made by our viewers, and I guess a bunch of them in Game Maker, but that's not necessarily a requirement. You can make stuff in Unity or whatever, as long as it's a game made by you. And we're going to play them, and we'll try and offer whatever interesting criticism or constructive feedback I might have. I don't promise to be... I'm not some legendary game designer who knows everything about everything, but I did work in that field for a long time, and I have a reasonable amount of experience with these things, so hopefully I can provide something of use to some of you. And the idea is that hopefully generally the people who've submitted are going to hang out in the chat and be there to actually receive this feedback in real time. We can talk about the games and so on. So, let's get started with game numero uno, which is going to be Rocket Ape from Lunderberg, who was the first one to snipe in ahead of time and get this submitted. And he reaps the reward of being the first game played. Rocket Ape made for GMTK, yeah, it is GMTK, I'm right. I was like, oh, I read that wrong, but no, it's the Game Maker's Toolkit jam, right? I don't think there's a GTMK jam. The theme was Out of Control. Alright, I think that's all we need to know. Let's get it. Go view a game, save. So, fortunately, there's always going to be a brief period with the start of each one of these with me just getting the files and putting them into place. But that's just how it be. I try and make a point of not reading too much on the page, because I like the games to kind of try and stand for themselves, and like, you know, teach you a bit about like how to play them and so on. Like if I have to read like a whole thing of like these are the controls or whatever, and that sucks. Sometimes you have to make exceptions, like with game jams. You know, you don't have time to necessarily do all that kind of thing. Anyway, this looks pretty bad, so maybe we'll take a quick look. What does this say? Fly a rocket controlling each of the three engines individually. Q, W, and E. Oh, Q, A, W, S, E, and D. Okay, I think I get it. And to start, oh, and I was going to be told anyway. Alright. NASA sent chimps into space because the humans were too scared to go themselves. On this mission, the rocket was struck by a bird shortly after launch and disabled the autopilot and caused the thrusters to malfunction. Mortimer, the heroic chimp, has to pilot the rocket himself. Best of luck. QWE increased rocket thrust. ASD decreases rocket thrust. Pardon me, I might be coughing a whole bunch through this. Oh, I tried to full screen. Okay, there's no full screen. That's fine. We're just going to go with what we've got. So do I actually have to like avoid... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Do I need to like balance them with... I assume we're still just trying to go to space. I should probably have read the full instructions more thoroughly, but... No. Oh, we overheated the engines. Maybe I can get... Can I get... Wow, let's not just change source randomly. Let's... fire my stream editor, who is me, and add a new source for... Oh, we have a game capture source. Rocket Ape. Done. On. Does that work? Ooh, something happened there. We went too slow. Once more. Reset transform. Ah, it's not working. Whatever, we'll just go with this. You can basically see what's going on. Enter to restart. Okay, so what am I actually trying to accomplish here? We're just trying to get to like escape velocity or something. There's my strat. I'm gonna just alternate tapping L and R. Oh, no. Oh, we need to like reduce it as well, because the temperature is getting too hot. Chill it out. Chill. Okay, this seems to be like... Oh, okay. Okay, we seem balanced, although I don't know why we're heading... Oh, okay, now we're heading straight up. This appears to be good. Oh, there's wind and... Oh, God, there's wind. Right, that's a problem. Oh, what happened? What? Yeah, we're no longer accepting new games, meme guy, because we got 17 within like a second. So as it says over there, still accepting games is nope. Enter to restart. You went too far off track. I'm gonna restart this game real quick because I want to check. I feel like I missed an instruction. Oh no, not there. Right, here we go. You will fail if I go too slow, run out of fuel, overheat, stray off course, or crash. Alright, here we go. This is what I was missing right down at the bottom here. Reach 100,000 meters to complete the mission. Okay. Well, in that case... I was going to say let's just chill, right? But I guess wind is what throws us off track. How do I know if I'm going off course? Or is that what that is? I'm sort of being pushed. Okay. Whoa, whoa! Oh, wrong engine. That's not good. It's not good. This isn't how we space. This isn't... Right. We're just going to turn off the engines. Just entirely. We'll start dropping a bit, but that's fine. We're going to correct. Okay, we're gonna correct. I went too slow. What do you mean I went too slow? Oh. There's a time limit, but there's nothing that tells me what the time limit is. I was looking forward to the clutch comeback there. I like this idea generally. I've tried to make a little thing like this before myself on the past, with just like a spaceship with intentionally bad controls kind of thing, you know, and it's like just trying to spin plates and drive the thing correctly. I like that there's all these little things everywhere that you've kind of got to watch. This little plate spinning game's good. It's hard. And no, drop the engines. Okay, it's fine. We just do a loop-de-loop. It's just a hot trick. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think this is even the wind. I think I'm just bad at driving. All right. Trying to make the middle one. There we go. We're like 1/10 of the way there. Oh, maybe it wasn't that I ran out of time before, because I would have run out of time by now, wouldn't I? Ah! It's just that I started, like, I just hit, you can't ever go to, like, 0 speed for some reason. I think I get the idea. This is cool. I like, yeah, it's a cool little plate spinning thing. I don't think I've made it above, like, well, I think that's the first I've gotten. It's pretty hard, but I like it. It's good. I can see myself, like, grinding away at that, trying to get further and further. It's quite funny how it can, like, spiral out, but you can kind of, like, bring it back. It's good. Took quite a bit of reading to really get everything that was going on. I think maybe you could sort of do something where you... I mean, obviously, it was a game jam and so on, you know, but, like, you can, if you were to develop on this, like, have it so it, like, kind of staggers the introduction of those mechanics, so you can kind of get it all at once without having to kind of read a whole thing beforehand and try and, like, do all of that at once, right? It's good. I enjoyed that. It was quite cool. 17 is a lot, man. We got to try and get through these games to play. 16. Oh yeah, we can delete them when they're done. So let's bin that. Cool. Paragonos by P Knights. Smiley face. I know it's not actually a smiley face, but it's always the only thing I see it as. Thank you for choosing Paragon OS. Where's Nitro Sharp Flower? I don't know what these things are, so I hope the game basically tells me. Cool. Oh, it's just, oh, it's not gonna be an installer, is it? Not an installer. We want single executables, man. That's what winners use. Oh no, okay, it's just a straight up single exe game. Cool. They're quite rare these days, so I wasn't expecting it. Oh cool, we get full screen, which will channel to OBS in a second. There we go. This experiment has the potential to induce seizures for people with photosensitive epilepsy. If you have this condition, feel sensitive, you should consider your doctor before entering. Other important that carriers have been warned. I'm assuming that's a legitimate epilepsy warning or whatever, so chat, be warned. There may be flashing imagery. I think that's a general warning I could apply to this entire stream, to be honest. Welcome, user. Thank you for being part of our testing program. I don't know how loud that background music is for you guys. I'm going to turn it a bit down on my speakers a little. This ambience. Before we begin, we'll need to pass some simple tests to make sure you are ready for the responsibility. What is it? What am I being tested on? Press the space key to start. Use the WASD key to move. Okay. A little trail. It's cute. What's that? Oh, okay, that's a mouse cursor. Press the... Oh, right, I was like... That took me a moment. I'm just like, oh... Because of the layout of the room, I was like, oh, okay, I'll probably just need to go up to here and I'm gonna, like, blink through, right? And I press E and I appeared here and I'm like... Why did I appear here? And I'm like moving around. And it took me quite a while to realize that like my cursor is a meaningful thing. Press the right mouse button to throw knives. Okay. Space key to activate or deactivate sharp flower. Gosh. And then we've got like a... Is that a cooldown? Or like a... Okay, so that's like the amount you have left, but it's like there's a certain minimum you kind of have to be above before you can do it again. Okay. Oh, and it's just like an energy bar in general, right? Because that's also the knives thing. I would make this so that it's always pretty much guaranteed, like you only have to hit it a couple of times or whatever. Superposition. Press the shift key to clone yourself if you die while your clone is active. Bit. Hey there. Sorry for intercepting your connection, but we have to talk. Don't have much time until they realize I'm here, so make it quick. Sean JS, right? Perfect. Now listen to me. In the next room, you will have to fight one of those robots. They will tell you to survive until it's out of energy. What you have to do is kill it as fast as possible. I'll tell you more soon. Good luck. Interesting. Stats. Your red bar represents your health. Purple bar your energy. See, I kind of had to work that out because of the whole sharp flower thing before. But at least it does tell you in the end. Your red bar is health. Purple energy. Pay attention to them at all times. Deplete your energy to continue. Survive until the USMC's energy reaches 0. Wait. I'm curious to see if, like, obviously it told me to kill it as quick as possible, but I might just not. I'm not gonna do what random hacker man tells me to do. I'm gonna do what random authority figure in the game tells me to do. We lick those boots, let's go. Does its energy reach 0? Well, I don't know, maybe, like, that kind of implied that, like, I had to do a thing it wasn't going to tell me to do, but maybe I do just kind of have to fight it. Is that my hit points or its? I'm really not sure. That hit point bar is very confusing. Well, that did way more damage than knives ever could. Christ. Look at that! Okay, a little confused. Oh, you can't really see. Oh, I'm in the way of this text. But it says congratulations. It looks like you are ready. The only thing you need to do now is to avoid the golden eyes. Shaky, weird text. See you soon. Testing failed. USMC got destroyed. Rank changed to Apollyon. Oh, this is like... Now we're at the menu. Huh. What a Paragon OS. Well, task will be to take down specific targets. Lethal force isn't allowed. You will have to bring the targets alive. Good luck. I'm a bit lost. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do not know what's going on. Do not know lungs, crystals, abilities, weaknesses, human greed, colonies on the moon. I just, that's, what? What does that have to do with Paragon OS? This music though. Ranks? That's me. I'm an apocalyptical threat. All troops needed. Use the special weapons. What? This is me. Okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna. Oh god. Okay. Remember, make sure I kill them. Here's a tip for you. Usually after a strong attack. I'm getting like Undertale inspirational vibes. So like I'm guessing. There's like you can not kill them. Like that's a thing. Current targets. This guy. Especially the fact there's knives and things as well. Something about it feels very... Oh, the hit point bar is going down there. It just goes down very little with knives because they're a bit rubbish. This is cool bullet pan stuff. There's a lot of good in this, by the way. I feel like I'm starting to sound like I'm being really critical because I don't really know what's going on. Which is definitely a problem. But, like, the presentation's, like, visually and everything's quite nice. And, like, I like all these bullet patterns and stuff. Like, there's a lot of work clearly gone in here. What's this? I don't know what this number in the top left is about. That's quite the pattern. I mean, I'm just gonna do this. We just win, right? Yeah, the background effect gave me like Lisa vibe. I mean myself. Capture or kill, but the mysterious voice said I had to kill you. Oh, that doesn't... that's a bit... sans genocide, isn't it? The voice said I had to, I don't know. So the polish isn't isn't a problem I have with this at all. Like that's all fine. Like some of the things looking a little rough and that kind of so on. I think you've got some really cool ideas here. I think the thing I would focus on for this, write less. Like, less, like, of the lore and story stuff, which I know is, like, super fun and cool and all that. Focus on these, like, what's going on. Like, you've got a lot of stuff going on, but, like, it's not very well tuned, is the problem. Like, it's not a lack of polish, it's a lack of tuning, right? Like, I'm just sort of sat here not really taking any damage, because despite of all these, like, cool things that are going on. My hands are literally not on the keyboard, right? And I can do this. But, like... your mechanics and your ideas and so on, like there's a lot there and you're trying to do a lot of stuff, but I think I focus on having less and doing more with it, right? So maybe just take that first fight you have or whatever, and or just take one of these like huge fights where you've got look at all this, so much going on, which is very cool and exciting. But none of it is particularly, like, a lot of it feels either too easy or, like, suddenly super hard. And it's a bit all over the place, you know? So that would be my advice. I would cut a lot of stuff out and just try and, like, focus on getting one of these, like, little boss fight things feeling really good, really satisfying, like a nice curved challenge and so on. You've got like an eye for a certain kind of I don't even know how to describe it. Just like the way these huge things come out of nowhere, like the timing and presentation in that, and the way the bullets move around. It's actually really, really good. That's something you can't really teach. It's really a very, very good thing to have. I think you just need to, yeah, you really need to just balancing and tuning, but also just cutting a lot of stuff. I think just because I think your attention is too divided on all of this stuff, like all this writing and trying to have like a cool lore and all that kind of thing, that everything is getting too little to really feel complete. So you need to just take one thing and focus your efforts on that. And for me, that would be just making one of these fights like really good, right? And then like don't even implement any of the others until like you've got one that's just really, really good. Capture. Ah, you wish. Oh. Should have killed her. Oh, rip. No, no, I literally do not realize what I just did. Well, that's that. What sacrifice? The dimensions I left behind? Every time I die, I didn't die. I haven't died once. Killing Nathan in the process. No, I don't think I'm smart, but this story thinks it's too smart. I forgot about Super Visit. I don't even know what that did because I was halfway through learning about it and then it cut me to story stuff. No. I will not repair my mistake. Like, I like the inspiration that you've got here, and you've actually like you've kind of got the nugget of like what made some of Undertale and those games like good in here. But I think you're trying way too hard with it. I think it needs to, you need to just chill out, be less Try and be a bit less mysterious, bit less deep lore, and that's just my take on it. You know, like you're free to just be like, nah, it's nonsense, and my thing is great. That's fine. But in my opinion, I would do a bit less. So you don't need multiple endings yet, right? You need to get the game to be good and fun first. But that said, it's incredibly impressive how much you got done there. Like, there's clearly time that you've put into that, and it's cool. All right, let's move on. Thank you for that one. Pain Tray, was it? Painite. Where did I get Pain Tray from? What does that even mean? Painite. Thank you. That was good. No, we delete them. We delete. Megas. Flying Turnip. So I got that. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks for playing. Cool. Thank you. Thanks for submitting. Save. What's that called? Flying Turnip. Yeah. Is this why I'm getting so many submissions? Because that game jam just happened, so everyone's got like a game maker thing that they're like, oh, let's go. I wonder. Yeah, it's in the description, Joel, as you have discovered, but not accepting more this time. So this has like Flappy Bird but not vibes, right? What's this? I'm gonna assume I don't want to touch that. And always the problem with like fruit. It's such a trope in games that, oh god. Well, we learned the hard way. It's such a trope in games with things that are like fruits and cherries and so on, that they're kind of power-ups, that you just always, just because of history of games, no other real reason, you always just sort of think, is that a power-up? That, however, is a heart that pretty much resembles my health, so I'm going to grab that. That's going to give me that. Ow. Now, these are mouth noises as well, aren't they? I can tell. I have made mouth noises for games in my time. I'm a fan. So the first thing I would say about this is, that's cool. I like the noise, it's good. Some nice little ideas with these enemies, like, oh, I'm doing this thing. Is he slowly trying to... No, he's random, okay. That would have been cool if he was, like, trying to just always turn towards me, which wouldn't be hard to do. That would be an idea. And then just maybe just get rid of him after a certain amount of time. Anyway, the first thing... I can't just say is carrying on a sentence from, like, a minute ago. That's not going to work, Sean. The first thing I was going to say about this is the pacing feels very slow, right? Quite similar in a way to that last thing we were just playing with some of those bullet hells, even though the mechanics themselves are quite cool. A lot of my time can just be spent literally not interacting with the game, right? Like, I can take my hands off the keyboard now, and we've got a game about fundamental... punished there for that. We've got a game about fundamentally, like, reacting to stuff. And if there's a time where I can just do this, sure, every time I do it, I die as if to disprove the point I'm making. But like even here, right? Like, I can go back here, and now I can just sit and talk about this for a bit. And if there's a period of time longer than a second or so, I can do this in a game about fundamentally reacting and moving around. It's like an action game, right? It kind of feels like there's a lot of dead time. Like, can I beat these just by being at the top of the screen here? Feels like I can. I don't know what this number is. Let's do something. Oh, we got bullets. Oh, and that's what these are then. I can pick those up. So can I just shoot these? Well, I can't get you because... Can I hit? It's quite hard to hit these. Oh, they flashed red. Okay, so there's some feedback. There's some indication that I'm doing some kind of damage. That's a lot of hits to have to get on that because they're quite hard to hit. And I don't feel like I really gain anything from doing it rather than just avoiding them like this. I'll wait like about a minute more just to see if we come across some like new stuff. Assuming I don't die, we'll try hard not to die. But otherwise, I think like cool mechanics, nice presentation. Your screen space is probably bigger than it needs to be, but then I don't know. Maybe you've got plans for stuff that uses a lot more of it. But I would just make it a bit. I don't know that I would just make it faster, but I would just sort of space these things closer together, you know, so I'm always doing something. Like, sure, like, areas of rest are nice now and again when you've just put the player through a lot of tense stuff. But there's a bit too much dead space, I think, in this one. Is that it? That might just be it. It might just be all she wrote. Oh, crab hands. Oh, we can shoot the individual hands. Okay, well, I think we're just going to see some more patterns, like we're just splitting into more of this stuff. Hey, that was cool. Probably not Wimpy Llama. I pretty much abandoned that list. Like, the thing is, like, I kind of want to do games for people who are here in the chat, like, at the time. And sure, you're here now, and that's cool. But the very start of the stream, there's not much I can do about it. 17 people submitted, and they were there first, you know? And there's not really a way for me to be like, oh, he submitted it last time, so let's do this. I kind of just have to go with it. And it's like, it's not amazing. It's not like the most perfect, like, you know, like fair flow of playing these things, but it's the best I can do right now, alright? Let's move on. Thank you for flying turnip. AJ the Apple brings us the game Gugot. Gugot is a fun arcade-style wave-based shooter. Fight against slimes, get the highest wave you can. Oh. I already paid for this. I certainly did not. Gugot. Save. Open. Is there a quick, like, extract here? That'll do. We'll start doing that. Oh, yeah, and then it opens it. That's weird. That's the workflow. Okay, we've worked it out now. The quick workflow for just getting one of these open. Where are we on games to play now? 14, yeah? If we somehow do get through these really quickly and I've got some time left, we might open it up for more. Full screen. Yep, okay. Okay, be a little careful with your pixel sizes. There's some inconsistency here, which, I mean, maybe you've just accepted, but I can kind of accept it when you're doing things like this little, like, scrolling over, like, selectiness. You've got quite a lot of squishing and stuff going on, so it's kind of okay. But I would tend to then still avoid having things like this where the pixel sizes are, like, obviously different to, like, this and that. It's not too bad, though, because it's at least different layers, right? For me, aesthetically, I'm not a fan, but I think you can get away with this. I don't think it's too bad. So we've got play, loadout, quit. Let's have a look in the loadout screen. What we got? Shotgun, katana. Let's go. Pistol. shotgun first. That swaps weapons. Okay, either of those do. Yeah, I'm not good at this. Okay. Some slight positional issues with the bullets and rotation there. It can be a little tricky to solve those. I think you maybe just have some origin issues with your bullet or your gun or something there. You see it's like a little bit below the gun shooting this way and like very below the gun shooting like there, look. And like kind of above the gun then all of a sudden. I like the way these slimes move around. Other than the fact that they're just sort of hiding up here and not really posing a threat. But like just the general aesthetic movement of them is very nice. They look a bit like the slimes from my ARPG thing, but not quite the same. I like the music as well. You make the music? Oh. So, I'm introducing some new things. Is that speed thing I got, like, permanent? Seems to be. That's cool. God, I'm not good at finishing these waves. Things have quite a lot of hit points. Or I just suck. Okay, they're not permanent. Maybe it lasts for the wave? Uh-oh, we got a cough coming on. There we go. Pardon me. Bling, thank you for subscribing, Porter Orvetti. I've been missing a lot of those. I've been hearing a lot of blings, and I kind of forgot what they meant because I turned my YouTube alerts off for a while when I'd been streaming, so I'm not used to them anymore. So sorry if I've missed people subscribing and following and whatnot. Thing is, I feel like the odds are those subscriptions are probably just from people watching tutorial videos and not from anything live. It's not quite the same as like on Twitch, where you're pretty sure actions there are like from people watching your stream. YouTube alerts, it's not quite the same thing. What's this about? Is this health? Am I like recovering a health per wave? Is that? Yeah, it seems to be the case. This is quite good. Like, I like the numbers and stuff are fairly considered, you know? These bouncy enemies are kind of just annoying because they're like, they don't really threaten me because they're just hovering above here, which I get is kind of the point because they're like early on enemies or whatever, but they're also just kind of annoying to hit, at least with these guns that are deaded into permanent black screen. Permanent black screen. Seems pretty permanent. I want to very quickly try out the katana. And the pistol because I can't stand the really slow shooting speed of the shotgun. I think you can get away with faster. I think you maybe were worried about it being a bit broken if you shoot too fast, but I think my main criticism of your controls and stuff here is just your firing speed's just super slow, and it's annoying because the enemies move faster than you can fire, you know? It's just not very satisfying. Okay. It's a cute little animation. Bit different in style to the rest of it, it feels, but because it's like got an outline and that. Whereas these bullets like don't, for example. And I get it's because it's like it's sort of the style of the weapon, so maybe you weren't sure what to do there. But I think when it's attacking, you're showing like the area that you're hitting, it should probably match up to how the bullets feel. All the little dusts and stuff when things are landing as well. It's good. I think the swords is the most fun weapon, honestly, because it like kills things pretty quickly, and even though I have to get close to things, fires fast enough. Still kind of slow, but fast enough. And you want all your weapons to feel quite strong and satisfying, right? Even when they have their own distinct disadvantages. I mean, the shotgun, which should feel very satisfying, right, is a big thing that just goes and shoots like a huge spread. Just felt very unsatisfying because the bullets moved a bit too slow and the firing speed was a bit too slow. And the lesson there is like try and dial up rather than dial down. Like, you don't want to make one where, oh, like, you end up with a weapon that's like, oh, this feels a bit strong. This is like, feels really good, but it feels strong compared to the other ones. Don't make the mistake then of making the weapon worse to make it, like, balanced, right? Make the other weapons better. Alright. I did say very quickly, and that went on a bit longer than I hoped. It was good. That was fun. You know, I started playing it. It was good. Thank you, AG the Apple. Yeah, all the animations and stuff in general were quite nice. First game you made? Yeah, I think you did a very good job. It's very good. Among the Stars, Benjamin Halco. Well, that went a bit frog fractions from the other screenshots. Oh, hey, I recognize these tiles. And where you move automatically and the only way to turn is to wall jump. The game, please note, the game was designed to be difficult. Okay. Consider that, please noted. That's just MS-DOS. Available for DOS. Sick. What? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. That just looked quite cool. Anyway. Everything on itch looks cool, man. I don't get why I still buy games on Steam. Right. I am about that. That was sick. Let's turn this down a little bit. Okay, can we just open that again? Oh, pressing escape restarts it? I mean, that's kind of actually what I wanted, but even so. I don't even know how you did that. I have a vague idea of how you did that. I've seen like Yellow Afterlife did some videos on like changing window size and stuff, and there was that whole game. Was it Managor did that whole like window resizing nonsense game? No, I just want to watch that one more time. Never seen a game open like that before. Alright, let's get in there. Among the Stars. Classic Comic Sans. Press space to jump. Oh, right, I'm automatically moving to the right. To jump? Why do I feel like I missed some trick there? Press Q to quit. Okay. What's wrong with escape? Press escape to pause. Okay. Stars and fireflies. Okay. Kind of like collect-a-thony pokey type thing. That's cute. Some pixel size issues here. I don't think my tile set has done you a lot of good in that regard. as your character is a different resolution. And your star up there is in a different resolution again. Okay, so this is tricky. I feel like I wish it would just like send you just a little bit higher. Okay, so we can kind of do that, right? Because we're not gonna change direction unless we actually wall. Can I like plink it and turn around like that? If you know, press it like a frame apart. I guess that's kind of what I need to do. I want to go up there. Oh, fine, we'll try and. I'm not moving quite left enough to get through that gap. How do I get through there then? Do I just have to be really precise? Is that a... No. It's hard to plink a spacebar. Okay. Oh, damn it. It's different. Okay. Oh, I thought that might happen. I saw them being all separated like that. What was down there? This world is pretty big. Are those fireflies things I'm actually like... Are they like following me now? What's... Are they considered caught, or do I need to like move them somewhere? I'm not really sure. Oh, so I can't actually fit through a gap that big. Okay, it needs to be like 2 tiles high. God damn it! You just can't go in there. Okay. This feels like something like you were making a normal platformer and then like this happened in your code or whatever, and you just you know, you were just like, what if that's the game? And then the only way to turn around is now just by water big. It's good. I like the idea. I feel like maybe your game needs to... Well, I don't know, actually. I was going to say it needed to, like, acknowledge something about, like, why this is, like, how it is. But maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I kind of want to get at least 1 star. I've got a lot of these... Oh my god, I don't know where I'm going now. Oh! No! Yes! Oh, press down to duck! Wait, down? Oh. I have to be moving. Oh, right. I get you. Sort of. You can slide. You can Mega Man slide. Kinda. How did I get in there again? No, I'm not getting... But tell you what, I'm gonna go... If I can get back to that hole, we'll check out what's in that hole, and then move on. Now, I like this though. I like the idea. Like, look at the graphical presentation is not great, but that's fine. It's a game idea. It's pretty pretty cool, honestly. Level design's a bit wild and open, but it's kind of like meant to be, I guess. Level design could maybe use a little bit more focus, but you've made an effort with the beginning there to try and like, here's the mechanics, here's how they work, press this to do this to do that. Like, you're on the right track. So does that... Oh, god damn it. I could have done that as well. Right, we're gonna go back this way. Did that... I put fireflies away, or did I just get more? I think I just got more. They just follow me around. Oh, we almost... Yeah, another one. It's really hard to remember that, like, when you're on a wall like that, because you like face that way and it does that little wall slide, which is kind of normal for like a regular platformer, right? But because of the mechanics in this game, it tricks you into thinking that you that you're facing left when actually you've still got a permanent movement going to the right. And so a lot of the time, you know, you can just jump into a wall and kind of forget about it because you're going to come down and go and keep going that way, right? So that plays with your head a little bit. I think maybe I would not do that. Ah. Also, why is crouch? Oh. No, that's a good point. My hand is over WSAD in space, but I guess, like, there are no WSAD controls, right? I was like, the other controls are WSAD. There are no other controls, it's just space. It's space and down. No, it's fine, ignore me. It's like that, like, where I was turning around there. Like, I know now, and I'm more used to it, but... I would probably have him just continue to face the direction his movement is propelling him, you know? Anyway, that'll do. That was cool. I enjoyed that quite a lot. Oh, we got this big map here as well. It's fancy. There's a whole lot of promise in this. Get an artist. Get... I don't know. Like, just get an artist. Get make friends with an artist. Let's make this stupid game about wall jumping and just turn it into a thing, stick it on itch. It's good. I like it. I mean, it is on itch. You know, that's where I would go from there. I think you've got a lot of room to maybe grow from here and then do something quite cool. I think it's good. Very much enjoyed the intro as well. Thank you, Benjamin Halko. Tungstino is sent me tungstino.hio/soap. Name of the game being Soap. Also from GMTK. I think that explains it. I was thinking, like, man, that's like, I know I did a stream last week, so I guess more people are expecting it, but like 17 in the first few minutes, like, that's... We got like 20 something submitted by like the end of the last stream that I did for a few hours, and then this stream we got 17 in the first like minute. Installers! Not a fan of installers for Game Jam games. Boo boo doo boop boop. bumped into the microphone by accident. Move the hand with your mouse and squeeze it. Using the left mouse button, take as many bars of soap as you can and try to set the highest score. Good okie doke. Also, as anyone noticed, we have this fancy new pop shield on top of the microphone instead of the big one that goes in front of it. So now I can keep the mic fairly close to me without it obscuring both my vision and the webcam's view of me. It's much better. I hope it isn't doing anything weird to the quality of the microphone. I assume it's not. It all sounded fine when I tested it, and it's already a life changer. I had it for one stream and already feel a million times better about the microphone. Press space to start a new game. Something very sad about that music. What was I was meant to grab it as it? Oh, that was just telling me where it was gonna go. Okay, catched. Oh right, because it's slippery slopes. Slippery soap. So I have to sometimes grab them more than once, or is it like a positional thing, like how accurately I grab it determines whether or not it slips? Because now I seem to be getting it. Yeah, I seem to be like. Oh, we got a cough. I got. No, clicked off the screen. That music, man. Well chosen. I know I thought it was like Kevin MacLeod or whatever, like royalty free, but well selected. This is good. Yeah, it's very much like a WarioWare game, right? Where you would get one, like, come on, and then it would move on, right? It's a WarioWare minigame. I'll play it one more time. Something about that screen shake for me, I don't know, it might just be my kind of like the vague headache I have after playing loads and loads of like video games and stuff. But oh yeah, I see. A little bit of it and being like caught and then just instantly moving on to the next one would be good. I feel like it just goes on just a touch too long in between each one, and I'm just like, okay, bring on the next one kind of thing. It might just be me though. Might just be me. That's good. I like this. No, I don't want to play again. I don't want to play again. But that's super good. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. Other than, like, as I say, like, bit in the middle. Like, bit in the middle. Let me find my words. That bit where it says catched, which should be caught, I guess. I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, grammatically should be caught, but, like, I don't know if catched was like an intentional joke you would go for. I don't know. Anyway, but that bit just, it's good. It's really well presented. It looks great. Screen shake is nice. I just feels to me like it just goes on that little bit touch too long in between each one, just because of how fast paced the game is otherwise. And it's just like, vroom, vroom, and it's like, oh. It almost feels like I spend more time looking at the caught screen shake than I do playing the game. That's my only real criticism. Otherwise, it's perfect. It has a clear goal, the right amount of focus. It's like spot on. Great. It would be a solid jam entry, that, like, because it's just got it. Yeah, and it is one, right? GMTK game jam. Super solid. Like, you had an idea, you executed it, and you polished everything super well. I think it's really good. You spent your time in all the right places. Thank you. What's going on there? Did you submit twice? No, okay, it was just this being slow. Okay, let's update this. We're down to 11 to play. Stranger Jam Limits. Oh, right, okay. No, the name of the game is Limits from Jamie Simpson. Okay. Oh. I'll bring this mic now as I'm going to keep hitting it. I'm making loads of noises. Close some of these. Made with Unity. Start quartz. Bit low res on this, but it's only in the sense that like it's not scaled up super well, I think. Start. Each character has their own ability, but they can use it. They can only use it once. I'm a little candle man. Oh, oh. 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 Wow. Sacrifice the first character by using his ability to break this wall. Oops. Restart. Okay. Alright, so just clicking is what did that. Okay, I thought I clicked on that, and then it did that. Click is a weird choice of button, especially you know you told me the button to press. Use grab it. Okay, so we break that. Activating. Oh, you just click to activate abilities. Okay. The teleport character number 3 can place portals that you can teleport between. Oh, I can swap with the number keys as well, though. Just by the fact I said number 3, I figured I'll try that. But I'm over here now. Why would I need it? I just... I don't think I needed the portal, right? What is the slime character? What does slime character do? He makes some slime. Oh, that's kind of neat. Can I do that again in midair? I can, actually. I thought I could only use this power once as well. Or just like that you get like one flip. I mean, I don't know if that was the intended solution, but like, I had so much hair, like vertical space. Maybe it had to be, right? His obviously going to be used once because he explodes. Does he only get to make 2? Alright, he makes 2 portals and then that's it, alright. Slime and Splody Boy. Oh, and gravity is inverted for all of them. That's interesting. But you can't. You can only jump when gravity is normal, right? Because of, I don't know. I'm still not sure when I would use the teleport guy. Given that, like, by moving one, you move all 4 of them at the moment. Why did that send me to the start? Do I just get higher forever like that? Okay, right, I can't flip him around anymore, but I can still move with him, interestingly. Wait, but now, what? Where? So they don't move as one, but they do move as one? Why am I at the start now? I don't understand. Like, I could do that, but then when he explodes, they go back to the beginning? I like the idea here. I like it quite a lot, but the rules of it are confusing for me. But I think, after some trial and error, I know what to do. And that kills him, right. Okay, we did it. Although I think we get the idea, and then you use this combination of 4 to solve puzzles. It's good. The rules are a little unclear, like in terms of how can't even think how to describe it. The way in which all 4 characters kind of move together, like you're one character that can swap between the 4 characters, but then when you use some of the powers, you get teleported back to the start. The gravity guy can flip and then flip again and still move around and be okay after his power is used, unlike all the others where when they use their power they are gone and you go back to the start, but you go back to the start and you have, but you can still swap between all the characters. It's a little bit contradictory and like not, which just makes it not clear. But the fundamental idea is nice, like swapping between 4 characters have different abilities to solve things, I think. But I think the underlying structure of it, I don't think it's necessarily a clarity issue, but I think it needs, because you would struggle to explain that, like how it works. I think you need, I think you need a better structure for it, like having the 4 characters all be separate, you know, and like maybe you can see them like phased out or something, and you move around and you swap between these 4 clearly distinct entities, because it feels like you're one thing, but actually you're multiple things. And also when you use those things, you go back to the start, which implies that there's more things, but not, or you just, when the character dies, they go back. Some abilities don't make you die. It's a little bit confusing. The portal is just like, I don't remember what level that was. But yeah, I like the fundamental idea behind it. Just for me, just the basic rules of it just seemed hard to immediately like grasp, you know? Like I had to do a lot of experimentation before I was like, okay, that's how that works, and that's how that works. And sometimes it appears that it works one way, but it doesn't. Yeah, I think I'd rather either having like 4 clearly distinct things that you can all see on screen, or if it was one guy that changed power and form like that it never did any of that, like teleporting you, like restarting you after using a power kind of thing, right? You can have the power be used up, but I wouldn't move the character's position like back to the start like that. That is just my opinion. I feel like I need a big GIF for that or something I can play whenever. Just my opinion. But thanks. That was good. Thank you, Jamie Simpson. Drillitics by Pixelfish. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to be clear. Like, I don't feel like the instructions were necessarily a problem, although they probably could have been more clear. I think it's the fundamental structure is confusing even when you explain it, right? I feel like, as I say, you want to kind of go one way or the other because it kind of feels like I'm being pulled into thinking of it one way or the other way, and it's actually like weirdly in between. A little bit how I felt about FF7 Remake's combat, actually. In Drillitics, you play as a grey cube traversing a block world. It's a simple game, but still fun. It's my first full game. I hope you enjoy it. Sure we will. Man, do you ever read something and then realise after you've read it you took in none of it? A grey cube traversing a block world. Okay, there was nothing important there. Extract all. Yo, colours. That is a lot of them. Alt enter. No full screen. We'll just chill with this. Controls. Why is narrow keys cool? Enable full screen by pressing F. OBS catches up. There we go. Games left to play should be 10, but that's fine. Drill trick. Continue. Why would I try and break it like that? I obviously know I can't continue. I am Grey Cube. I am in an empty space. Probably a bit too much empty space up here, but that's fine. Nice symmetrical look. Level 1. There is a yellow cube over here, and it's now flashing. I wonder if I should use the W, S, A, and D keys to move my cube to this yellow square. Oh God! Level 2. Who would have known? We now have an interesting design from... Okay, so this is a very common thing. What's this space for? Why is this here? Additional question. What is this space for? What is this space for? Why can I be up here? You know, it's very, very common. Very, very, very common beginner thing. The first level designs people make. Dead space. And we were talking about a bit about this with the other guy's game, with this kind of like a Flappy Birdie type thing, where stuff kind of moves along. And it's not inherently like bad. Like, I'm not like, terrible game design. Like, I can be in space that isn't relevant to the game. You know, that's fine. But it detracts from the, you know, it's like painting a big like you're painting a picture and you have a big canvas, and it's like painting a really, really nice picture just in like the top left corner of that canvas and just leaving the rest like entirely blank. You know? So what I would do here, right, we're basically like, you just I mean, this is so very simple. You just want me to jump, yeah, and we'll move on, right? Well, before I do, I just want to say, like, what I would do here, block this off. Just block this off, make all this white. Block all this area off, just make it white. Block all that area off, just make it white. Just present me the things you want me to do, you know? It's not a huge problem here, as I say, well, I know I need to go up there. And it mostly just makes the level feel a bit unpolished. rather than anything else. But it can cause actual real bad level design problems later on when things get more complicated. Okay. Okay. Again, this space here doesn't need to be. Now I don't think, unless I'm missing something mechanical. Yeah, I'm gonna reach that. What's this platform for? I don't want to feel like I'm picking on you specifically as well, because as I said, this is so common, and this isn't every game, but this just happens to be a really great example for this, so I just want to take a moment, because it's useful for people to see these kind of things, and they'll probably be like, oh, I do that as well. But like, you don't need this platform. There's nothing there for it. And the problem with this is, I mean, obviously there's no mechanics here right now, I'm just jumping, right? That's fine. But if I had mechanics, I'm going to think about what this is, you know? I'm going to be like, oh, what's that for? I need to use that in some way with my mechanics. So I'm trying to work out the level. I'm trying to work out what to do. I'm going to be thinking about things like this, and they're going to be distractions. Boing. That's cool. This is much better. This is much better. Like, I mean, yeah, you got all the space up here, but that doesn't really matter too much. No, coming down here is kind of, you probably didn't need this platform either. That's fine. But here you just have the elements. For the most part, you just have the elements you want here, right? Which is good. You have this. You have a big thing, so I can already guess from this by seeing a huge tower that I know I'm not going to be able to jump over this tower, so I see a huge tower here, I know I'm not going to be able to jump over that. I see a block of a different color, so a new mechanic is definitely being introduced here, and I can guess, just from looking at it, that this is going to help me get over that in some way. So I'm going to jump on it, I bounce over, I get it. This is very good. This is what we want. And see, and now I've learned that mechanic, and you're just showing me it again. That's fine. Just hopping over that. Probably an unnecessary level. It's basically the same thing, but it's fine. It's good. This is just like a little trickier jump sequence. Although I don't need this green thing here. I can literally just bypass it. Okay, so then I look at this level and what do I think? This is good. Well, the reason I'm using this as an example is because it's really simple. So it makes it actually a really great example for just sort of talking about some of these ideas. And with the games when there's a lot more stuff going on and things, I kind of have to narrow down and focus on one specific thing. But I can focus quite a lot on just talking level design with this because it's basically all there is, right? So my guess here, just looking at this, is this is going to be deadly to me in some way. Because I can clearly see I can get over it. I have a way to bypass it and not interact with it. That means, in theory, I don't want to interact with this. I'm going to, just to see. Yeah, go back to the start. It's clear. Odd kind of shape for it, but it's clear. Yeah, it's the same thing again. Okay, interesting. So I can see with a lot of this, you're sort of just experimenting with level design. That's good. This is the sort of thing you want. This is a very good first type of like a game to make, you know. This one's a little trickier. Do I just need to be pixel perfect with this? Because that's going to be really rough with the way we currently move. Oh, was this a bug? It's saying, crap, this happened before. Is it just a bug? It's just a bug, that's fine. It's not the worst. We had a game that crashed on its like title screen, so at least we got a place from this. Ah! Nice, Timothy, with the pro strats there. Go all the way to the wall. And then somehow that just lined us up perfectly. I don't really even know how or why that worked, but nailed it, Timothy. Nice one. Well, I'm not going to fall down these, am I? Oh. Idiot, Sean. But, like, it's not really posing much of a challenge there. But you're experimenting. You know, you're trying to find what is and does and does not work. Okay, inverted controls when we move through these. Just the once. No, we can't undo it. Okay. That was also very good, right? You just have a level where it just demonstrates what the mechanic does. I mean, just a straight gap from start to finish. And all that existed with these pink things and the yellow thing just to say, this is how this works, by the way. And that's very good. And now you do it with interspersing some challenge in between. Very limited challenge, I will have to say. Like, it's, but it's the right way to, it's the right order of things to do. You're starting to scale this up a bit now. I think I would have liked to have seen more just... I think you could have done a lot with just your basic mechanics that was a bit more challenging. Now, you got a lot of levels without a lot of challenge in a lot of them. This is a bit more interesting because the inverted controls, but it's like every level now is this, right? Okay, that's weird. Why is this black? So black, but the top is grey. A little strange. Is the black meant to be something else? I don't know. Like, what's the black meant to be about? Or is that some kind of bug? Who knows? Anyway. So yeah, generally, like, with your levels now, it's a bit better because you've got more mechanics, you're not really feeling the need to fill empty space because you're basically just using the level. So it gets better here, but I don't really get what these black spaces are about. Yeah, just leave gaps. Yeah, there's no reason to make them the black like that because I assume they're mechanically important in some way. What does this do? Does this just slowed me down or something? Not actually sure what that did. But it doesn't seem important because I'm just going to move through it. Oh. Unless it... Oh, okay. I thought maybe it interacted with that fire in some way. You know what I'm going to say? Okay, this is like sped me up. Very not sure what the blue does. And it hasn't seemed to matter. Oh, was I not meant to... Wait, what? Oh. Like invisible walls. Oh, but there's something in the blue. I think we get the idea. I think we'll leave it there. Great idea for a first game, I think, or like among your, you know, great idea. Everyone should try and make a game like this, where you just have a block that moves around and a bunch of blocks that do different powers and stuff, just as a level design exercise, honestly. Like, It's like it's a perfect way to teach you stuff about like how to introduce mechanics without needing any text or anything like that. I mean, I know you had like a screen that was like, oh, the blocks do this, but I didn't read any of them. You know, I just played and tried to work it out. And for the most part, you're pretty good with that. I didn't really get what these ice things do. I didn't really get the black gaps were a bit of an issue. And sometimes it felt like the new mechanics weren't even consequential to the level, so I didn't have I played several levels with these blue things in without knowing what they even do, and that shouldn't really happen. I should probably have to know what they do in order to engage with it at all, right? I was literally just there to obstruct vision. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Anyway, thanks for that. It was good. Good example of a lot of issues, and also a good example of a lot of common level design issues, and also just some good things to do in your level design as well. How many we got? 9. See if we can do them all. I'm gonna try and speed up a bit. I don't want to be still streaming around like 6-ish or whatever. Right. Well, if you want, that's a tricky one to implement with just squares like that and low graphical fidelity. You kind of want something like a fog or something that's just all like very clearly just like a blind spot, you know. The only thing you need to do is die. Okay. Did that actually download? No. Did I click it? I felt like I clicked it. Someone pledged on Patreon. Thank you very much, that person. I can't quite read your name for some reason. It's very small. But shout outs to them. Just walk. Die to go underground. What's the weird purple box? Something brought me back? Oh. It creates a platform. Is it just when do I... Is it just a timing thing that brings me back? I'm guessing it is. Oh, and I have X amount of souls. I'm guessing that's how many times I can die. No, it isn't time. It's just like I have to hit a new platform or something. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's this special type of green grass here? That was hard to notice that was a different type of grass. Oh, I probably jumped too high. Uh-oh. Start again. Nice animation on that. It's a little slow, but like the animation itself is pretty good. The art in general is quite nice. I like the music as well. Nah. Platforms are a little, like, weird and anti-intuitive. I thought maybe they were platforms at first, but because you immediately turn into a ghost that goes through them, I'm like, oh, what are these? And they're just like a little bit out of context with everything, you know. Everything else is like, I am clearly a man walking around, these are spikes, they kill me, and then giant purple rectangle is a little bit like just throws me a bit, you know what I mean? Wait, have my remaining souls gone back up? Was that when I moved through that weird wall of souls, maybe? It's tricky because I can't move them further in, can I? So I have to create a kind of thing that I have to do a bit of a tricky, yeah, C-shaped jump around. Oh no, I'm not sure. Oh, maybe that's a checkpoint or something going through there. Remaining souls 3. So you can go through that when you're dead. Fair enough. A little tricky to get up here. Probably not a very useful platform I just made. Especially not if I just miss it like that. That looks like quite a long time to get up, so I think I think I get the idea though. I really like the art and stuff in this. I think it's good. I say I really like those animations. I like the character design in general. It's just very cool, cute little cartoon dude, and his little dead form is nice. And I like the music and the general aesthetic of it is very good. Nice presentation. The mechanics are basically, I've seen this game before, but done more elegantly than this. So I can't remember what it's even called, but I mean I've seen various versions of this sort of game where you have a character. It dies and creates like its corpse becomes a platform, right? This doesn't do that. You die and then a weird purple rectangle appears, and then you have to walk back to a certain spot as the ghost in order to become the person who can then use that platform. You see, there's a whole bunch of extra steps in there, whereas in the other games like this that I've played, like you have a character, dies on spikes, that character's corpse is then like a platform, right? And then you just get a new character at the start, and then you can jump on that character and you build it up from there and kind of keep going, which I think works in a more clear and simple game loop. Obviously there's like more ground for you to be able to explore because you have this ghost, and all the ghost can go through certain types of terrain and stuff like that. But it didn't feel like much was really being done with it. I mean, I haven't played very far on it, admittedly, but it didn't feel like very much was being done with that. So it feels like there's extra convolution for not not a ton of gain or interest, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm ending all of my like things. I end with like a note of criticism, and then I'm like, but it was good, thanks. I say this every time, but it legitimately was good. Thank you for submitting it. No, you should be like, let's see what you said, because the game is bad. It's not bad at all. I think you did a good job. I think, as I say, like the mechanic design is not perfect. But I mean, your general implementation seemed solid. The art was really nice, and it had a nice presentation and flow about it, and it was good. Yep. Kick the game jam. It's another GMTK game jam game. Your computer broke one day before a game jam. You need to fix it before things start getting out of control. Out of control was the theme, I believe. Oh no! Your computer broke down only 4 hours before the jam competition. I hope you can fix it. What is this voice I'm doing? You can use everything in your room. Use the A and D slash the arrows to move or to choose actions. Use the mouse to interact with objects. It is an option, but try not to lose control. Okay. Enter. No, okay, let's just gonna start. No full screen, that's fine. Let's just minimize everything else just to minimize the kind of visual noise. No, I wanted to search. Don't get out of control. Search. Okay, right. So I have to like select. Okay. A little confusing mouse controls and that, but that's fine. And your wallet, why would it be there? Is that a mouse where the mouse should be? I like the art. So, no, I don't want to kick it. I want to... Man, this takes forever for these messages to go away. Okay, read. You read about a strange tree. Okay, that wasn't the helpful clue I was hoping it would be. You find a note. Remember to find my wallet. I found my wallet. It was here. What is this guy? I like him. Too bad you can't see it. Okay, I don't even know what that was, but we got it. I hit sing, and that did something. Your song does not help the computer at all. Rip. Sharpen the pencil to the shape of a screwdriver. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Fitting all cables to the red block. This changed. How is this one gonna work? Oh, well, they don't all need to connect to each other, right? They just need to connect.
hopefully. Uh-oh. Have we made a mistake? No, that's actually fine. Just kind of, again, red herringing myself. That's all fine. There's a whole different game that's just emerged out of here. Is that actually, there's like a pixel gap in between there, and I don't know if it's actually connecting. I'm actually kind of here for this puzzle. It's a lot easier and simpler to interact with than the main game was. We did it. No, we didn't. We did it. No, we didn't. We did it. Did we do it? Oh, looks like we did it. My eyes kind of hurt looking at this. Is that actually not? There we go. This is fine. What's wrong? What? Is it not solved? Have we not? Are the cables not connected? No loose ends? Are you for real? That's not what it said. There's no way to make that not a loose end. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know what to do. That is a circuit, is it not? Try a hammer. I liked the idea of this, by the way. It's a little room, move around, interact with things, make it solve little puzzles, fix the computer. I like those kind of games. I like little room escape type things, right? But we appear to have hit a stumbling block. I did worry, Robert Caldwell, that I was gonna run into that when I was doing it. I was just like, I hope they have like a comprehensive system that can work out when you've solved this. Because that is a thing they had to do alongside the rest of the game jam. Who made this? Are they in the chat? Yeah. I don't see him anywhere. Or them. So our lesson here is when making a game jam, when you want to, first of all, probably don't implement a mini game within a game. That's a tough ask for a game jam. There's a lot of things that are a tough ask for a game jam, but mini games within your game are dangerous because you can run into situations like this. And at best, they probably aren't going to look and be presented all that great because you've got time you need to spend doing other stuff. I can't even back out of this, kind of. Yeah. Nope. I think we just have to be done. I did like... I really liked the aesthetic and so on of the main room and looking around trying to find things, some cute little jokes and stuff, trying to solve some sort of inane adventure game style puzzle to fix a computer. That's a good concept. The interactivity with items was a little weak because the text showing the thing was on screen for ages and it stopped you interacting with anything new. That needed to flow better. Clicking and then using the keyboard to cycle through the options, but then clicking to accept the option is not an intuitive control method. And the wire puzzle broke the whole game. So minor criticism on the end there. But nonetheless, like I think the idea is a good one for a game jam. I would cut the wire minigame entirely. And just rely on that adventure game-ness of it. Or if you do make a little mini game, you're gonna make it incredibly simple and make them quick to solve. So that could have been, you could have done that same kind of puzzle idea with like a quarter of the pieces to turn around. I enjoyed doing it, like spinning it around on there. This is cool. And make the things fit. There's a nice kind of Tetris feel of making things fit. You know, that's nice, satisfying. But the colours were horrible to look at, and also it didn't work. Or at least it wasn't made clear if there was some other rule I wasn't following. You know, we tried, the chat tried, we were like, oh, you know, it has to have no loose ends, and it didn't work. Thank you for the submission. You don't appear to be in the chat, though. You're gonna hang out, that's fine. Let's get rid of that. I don't think this is actually all 4 entries. Crap, maybe it is. Did he submit this like 4 times? So that's annoying, because that's like a reflection of how many games we thought we had to do. Oh my god. I was being careful because I know it showed it looked like it was showing duplicates before. I didn't think they were actually duplicates. Yeah, Christ, yeah, another 2. Christ. Maybe we'll get some more in after all. Well, that's a quick jump down to 3. What time is it? 5. Tell you what, the next we're gonna open it up, but we're only gonna take 2 more. 2 more. So if you want it, you gotta go fast. Okay. Accepting responses. Links in the description. First people to be smart enough to learn how to use the form and find it, fill it in with the game, we'll play their games. Okay, first 2. 2 more. We need these 3 and 2 more. There are now 4 responses, so now 1 more. 5 responses, no longer accepting responses. Sorry to those who were frantically typing at that moment in time. We got 5. Wimpy Llama, you just made it. So these are the 5 we're gonna do. Yeah, oh yeah, description was a trap there. Like, if you were in that situation where you gotta get it in second, I wouldn't have blamed anyone for just writing like 3 A's or something and hitting submit. You had to get the rest right though. Anyway, listen to me. Main Gaming Studio 2 for the GMC Jam, 37.96 hours. I might get rid of this box in future, actually, I don't know. Whatever. It's not like I read it anyway. Listen to me. Listen. Listen. You hear, but you do not listen. Listen to me. Blender, listen. I just have in my head this old video of a like little kid like argue with his mother, being like, "Listen, you do not listen to me," and it was the funniest thing in the universe. And that's all I've got in my head. So I need to turn sound up a bit for this. Well, I'll turn it up so at least I can hear it there. Raise desktop audio a little bit. To about there. Don't know how audio it is, but yeah, Linda! That's the one. Stay right there. No! Rip. I'll teach me not to listen. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go get a drink. You know, I've been told by the game I need to stay right there, so I'm gonna go get a drink. Can I full screen this, actually? I can. Alright, be right back, guys. Hopefully I've won by the time I get back. Cool. So I guess we're doing a pretty good job at this game. We've been told to stay right here, and we're staying right here. Not a lot happening though. Very simple game loop. There are literally 0 steps in it. Alright. I like his little like, tsundere face as well. I mean, we did that, computer friend, but you didn't give me anything. I would have loved if I just, like, after 20 seconds, like, stuff started happening, you know? No, angry face. Yeah, because nothing else will ask me to progress. Oh, there's nothing here. Well, if it's gonna be the next stream then. I'm sure of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, rip. See, at first it's like that hit implies like, ooh, I've taken some damage, and then you explode. I actually quite like that animation. That's good. Ah. But it makes me feel for a brief second, just because of the way it starts, that like I haven't died yet, you know? Like I've just taken some damage. Do I sink into the ground a little, or is that just like when I'm on the floor I have no bottom outline? For whatever reason. Little odd aesthetic. Got some like little dust particles on landing, but they're mostly just behind the square flare, so you can't really see them unless you like move very quickly on landing. Seeing me suffer? No, it's just nothing was happening, dude. There's nothing going on in the game, so I have to. I'm having to progress because sitting around doing nothing isn't very fun. Sorry, Mr. Monitor, that's just how it be. It doesn't matter how existential and like weird and mysterious you start getting with me. I don't. I'm gonna keep making progress and not really feel very bad about it. Do I exist simply to spite? No. You have simply been written to feel spited by me. The platforming's quite hard. Which tends to conflict a little with this kind of story presentation. Because I'm like hearing the same lines over and over again, you know what I mean? Probably be better if like they didn't repeat the lines and like it kept track of the ones it had said already. So it's as if you should heed my warnings as to not proceed. Well, what do you think I should do instead then? Just close the game down? You should at least say that. Provide me with an alternative, mysterious green screen. But the key is literally right here. Oh, I think I do, because you told me about terrorism and there haven't been any. Well, you own 2 eyes. You don't have eyes anymore. Is that the point? Is that the clever... Oh. This feels optional. Or maybe it's just to get a key. Like what? You're not even providing any examples. Just things I wouldn't dream of. What are these horrors? This isn't criticism of the narrative, by the way. Well, there's a slight criticism of it in that it's doing this general idea of a thing that's like, oh no, don't go that way, but and maybe it's just being played for a bit of a joke, you know, but like I don't have a reason to care about anything he's saying. You know, this isn't like Sans at the end of Undertale being all like, just because you think you can, you have to, and being like, whoa, mind blown, he knows. This is just, well, yeah, I want to play the game. Of course I'm not going to do what you say. I want to interact with the video game, stupid monitor. So it mostly just comes off kind of annoying in contrast to the like quite a difficult platformer. I wish this was optional. Can I just... No, I'm definitely going to need that key, aren't I? Ah, no, I give up. It's too hard. It's too hard. Too hard for my feeble skills. It's good though. Like has the aesthetic is clean and simple. The animations are nice. The controls are alright, yeah, they're pretty okay. It's hard, but I guess it feels like it's maybe meant to be. I don't know. That feels like the hardness isn't in itself a problem. I quite like hard platformers. It feels a bit like it doesn't mesh too well with maybe what the narrative is trying to do. Because I'm interested to see where is this going? Why does this mysterious monitor not want me to go this way? I want answers, but I can't get them unless I can fulfill this really difficult platforming, and I keep having to hear the same intro-y bits over and over and over again. Which is frustrating. I'd rather he just shut up. I'd say the thing once, and then shut up until I finish the platforming bit, right? Yeah, the art style's really nice. Let's move on now. I'm not going to. I probably played that for too long. But thank you, AJ the Apple, nonetheless. It was a good time to take him more, because I feel like some of these last ones, like, the people are not in the chat anymore. They've given up on seeing that game be played. Operation Destroy the Enemy from Team M-Bomb. I'd like to one day do a really long stream of these, because like every time I do it, it's always ended up like a little bit later in the day, and I've only really been able to do it for a few hours. I would like to have a Friday where I just do the whole thing, but I've had all this stuff to do. I've got video, episode 23 I had to get up and that kind of thing. But I'm glad we got to do it at all. Oh, I got no time for the descriptions, man. We got games to play. I'll read them if I feel like I have to. That is quite a tune. We will be turning it down somewhat though. With the remote control I have for my monitor, because that's the thing. Shout out to BenQ. For the Brackies Community Jam. He's like a guy who does like Unity tutorials and stuff, right? Or a lot of various tutorial kind of things. Operation Destroy the Enemy. When? I feel like this is meant to be telling me more about the game than it is. Ah! No. Surprise! Super surprise party! What are you doing here? Can I full screen? No. Okay. Oh, we can just hold the button down. Is there any reason I would not be holding this button down? Well, how was I going to kill that one? It was just too close. Did I miss anything in the... Actually hard, not gonna lie. Oh, you can move? Rip. Okay. Thing is though, can they just spawn on you, or has he thought about that? Because that's actually a... I looked away from the screen for literally a second. He must have spawned either on me or very close to me. I was going to say, that's actually quite a hard thing to get right in these kind of games. Because random spawning, super easy. Super easy. Random spawning that doesn't spawn on top of the player, like immediately. Suddenly a lot more steps involved. There are simple ways to do it, but none of them are very clean. Oh, I won. I looked like I died. I saw a thing appear underneath me. Hype. GG. Smiley face. I mean, you can do that stuff in an easy way, like, you know, I suppose you could do it like, oh, if it spawns on a player, just do it again, give another random position, or if it spawns within this area, do it again. But that's like, it's not, you can end up doing that, like, because that means you could do that multiple times. It's not the cleanest. I don't know, I guess it's not that big of a deal. Something always bothers me about the fact that that gives, like, a theoretical infinite loop. Just a really unlikely one, you know. Thanks for playing. Thanks for submitting. Operation destroy the enemy. We destroyed the enemy. They were thoroughly destroyed. Good job. I would work on trying to make the enemies not spawn too close to you. And then just, I don't know, take it wherever you want to take it. It's obviously very simple as it is. Maybe new types of weapons, maybe new types of enemies. Do what you want. Looks quite cool. Right, so the point I was making, Super Gamers Games, is it's harder, you know? Like, and say I was like, oh, it's impossibly difficult. That's like ray tracing, you know? Like, it's not hard, like, but in comparison, you know? Like, the very first thing you leap into doing and making one of those kind of games is, oh, I'll just spawn them randomly. And then you go, oh, there's a huge problem here. They can just spawn on top of the player, and trying to find a quick solution to that as a very beginner programmer, it's quite tricky. That's all I was acknowledging. So this would have been the last one, but we took on a couple more. Die to continue. No, we've already played this. Ooh, with the double submit. We've already played this. Does this mean we're going to take in one more? 0D5. Are we ready? Are people ready to submit one more game? I'm gonna wait. Yeah, one more. There it is. Oh, someone started to... oh, we got in just before it, like, stopped accepting. I guess that's my fault. I guess we have to play them. Guess we have to play them. Alright. Quite hard to limit it to one. Green Boy by Super Gamers Games. A frequent stream viewer. Long time watcher, first time submitter, maybe. Green Boy goes on adventure. WASD ZQSD. What? Oh, is that for like non-English keyboard? Aight. Okay. 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 I see where we're at. I see the speed we're at. That's alright. Let's strap in, boys. It's gonna be okay, there's a little gap there. Is that where we need to go? No. Okay. Very nice, by the way. I like these transitions and the movement and everything. It's good. No, I really like these kind of games. I think they're good. I think in the past when people have submitted them, I've generally not responded well to the presentation of them in that they are presented as quote-unquote rage games, and like they put way too much into you died part of it and less into actually being creative and funny. Wait, that was it? Hang on. There was more stuff in that room. Did I miss out some optional nonsense? Alright, what's the deal here? We just kind of have to brave. I like the low, like very consistent low res. This is good. This is a very good example of doing low res well. I'm trying to. Oh, okay, that's not the crack either. What's the crack here? Oh my god, that jump. Ugh. I'm about it though. I like this. Ugh. Okay. That's good as well. Like, you got this little space here, and this is why it comes down to these important. Why it's important to not have dead space, right? Because now, like, in a game like this, it's obviously a bit more complicated than the cubes thing we had going on before, with more going on. And this is where it starts to matter, right? So we got this little space over here that would be annoying and pointless if this was, well, okay, no, this isn't the example I want to make. But like, my point is, like, normally this could be a meaningless, like, say this was way simpler, and the actual idea here was you were meant to come down here and just like go like do what I was kind of trying to do before, right? Then you could argue that this space is kind of pointless. But it's very meaningful here because it's just this little edge sticking out here, and it's just the one thing I could experiment with that was different to everything else, which is what led me to the rest of the level. And now I can't go over this stupid fight. Do I need to jump on top of that? Oh my god. The hardest part of this level is that first thing at the beginning. Oh, can I fall underneath it? That might be a better idea. I'm trying to make some sort of pixel perfect jump on top of it. Oh no. Son of a... Okay. I don't want to say okay like that at the end of the level when there's still some more space to cross. Of course. What is this line about that's in the middle of the screen that's just kind of obscuring vision? Is that just to be annoying? Well, hope that wasn't important. How do I get over that? Tell me I needed that. What are we missing? We're missing something. Invisible blocks, or... Nope. There's no way I can hit that and get over there in time. Every time one of these levels shows up and it's just like, there's no way to progress. It's always go left. Right, okay. Oh, yikes. It's actually still quite tricky. That's quite tricky. Oh, it's like a conveyor belt. That's what the line kind of is meant to be, right? So what? I've got to like jump on top of it? Yeah, the sound effects are really nice. Everything, like the game is very nice. Aha, okay. That's hard, man. That's tight timing. Thanks for playing. Fair enough. It's good. Oh yeah, that's very good. I like it. You could expand that. You could make that into a whole thing, and it'll probably be quite popular because those games are very popular. And you're doing it kind of right. You know, you're letting the game provide the humor and its mechanics, and not just not be a game that's like, you died. That's the best way I can think to put it. It's just some of the games I've played that have tried to do this kind of thing, you know. I think you've got the idea of how to do that thing well, you know. The question block in level 2. Oh yeah, that was the thing we missed, right? I'm sure it just kills you. I'm sure I probably just went this way and it was like I was meant to be attracted to this and you just get murdered or something, right? That's my guess. Maybe it's not that, but I have to find out another time. Dial by Wimpy Llama. Text-based jam. This is more text-based. Thought it was ASCII at first, but it's not. Oh, it is. It is kind of ASCII. Okay. But with like ASCII plus, right, where it's got like rotational elements and stuff. God, this is way fast. I just discovering the power of the extract all button of Zips has made getting these games up and running just so much quicker in between each one. Not worrying too much about having to get each one maximized on stream properly and so on. I think we're developing. These streams are getting better. We're developing more of a process, you know. We've gone through like something like 20 games in a couple of hours. The game done with the best hair. God, I hate my hair right now. People are very nice about it, but I don't mind it being long, some like longish, you know. But like this kind of length is just silly now. It's silly. That's why in the description it says aging hermit plays video games. That's what I feel like. You know, it doesn't actually look too bad on stream because there's kind of like warm light hitting it, but it is like grey and wiry and awful. I'm not a fan. I need a big wizard hat. That's what makes this. That's what would make this aesthetic work. I need a big wizard hat. F11 full screen. Thank you. OBS. Load and the game. There we go. Okay. Oh, I pressed something. I started pressing too many things. 0. Okay. Very quickly discovered I had a wall jump because I knew there was no other way to get up there. A lot of players worry really hard about teaching things like wall jumps. So it's tricky because it's like
you're told like, oh, you have to be clear about your mechanics and stuff like that, and so people are like, okay, we'll be clear. And then sometimes like the ones that feel like they're anti-intuitive are actually some of the most intuitive. So like here I'm like, okay, I can't jump very high, and I clearly have to get over this, so I must be able to do something. So I just kind of jump at it and go, oh, I have a wall jump. And I don't think that's because I'm like familiar with games and know that wall jump exists. It's just like the natural first thing to like try, right? Just, I might, if I'm really not paying attention, not notice that it is a wall jump, but you get the idea pretty quickly. For some reason I'm thinking this is like a bullet hell, which would be absurd. I clearly probably just have to jump into that. Plus minus, there's buttons you want me to press? Conversely, no idea what to do now. There was a tutorial? Controls are on the main page. Well, oh, just close the whole game down. Wait, I can like scroll? You're gonna have to help me out here. I can click on these and it's doing something. Making a noise. Oh! Right. This is like a menu, and clicking on that does something. Sends us here. This is a weird menu screen. That resets my save. Oh, of course! Of course that's what that does. That's dangerous. Save files, right, okay. So the first thing I'll say is this screen needs a lot more clarity. Okay. Yeah, I know it's ASCII, so maybe it's tricky to like do good images, but in that case just use some words, man. Like you gotta do something. You gotta show me how to use your menu, right? Oh, the itch page has the controls. Let's take a look there. I feel like we may need to. ADWS shift and jump boost. Okay, that's probably relevant. Okay. Is that like... Oh, right, you can do that in the air. Is that what that's telling me? Like shift and... Is that... Now I know. I can look at that and be like, oh, that's actually trying to tell me like how that works, sort of. But your description of the tutorial as, and I quote, very bad, is you're not wrong. What the hell does that mean? Up times 2 and slash to the right key? Is that telling me that you get like 2? Is that... that seems to be all I need to know in order to do this bit. Yeah, what? It's okay, yeah. Tutorial and onboarding requires some work. But I'm liking the aesthetic of this a lot more than I was liking it looking at the screenshots, because I think your screenshots are off resolution. Once it's on resolution, it looks quite good. You've kept the resolution accurate for like the rotating the sprites and stuff, so they actually look really crisp and nice and good. These little effects that are coming out generally look good. Works well at this frame rate. I am furious that those are not platforms, because that is obviously what they look like.
Wait, what? What's that doing? I can like... Nothing told me that. Not that it's relevant. Are these meant... Are those meant to be platforms? What's the deal here? Wimpy Llama, what is... I request information about the deal and what it is. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have no objection to your position there, but can we not with the spam? Thanks. Jump when on the plat. Okay, so I don't feel like your description of them as platforms is particularly apt. So my general feeling with this is that the gameplay of it, when we get there, is pretty good. The feel of it in general, pretty good. The aesthetic of it, good. Very good, in fact. Learning what the hell is going on. I can't even quantify how bad. Like absent. Not even like 0 out of 5, like not a number out of 5. Like I don't... Which is a big shame, because everything else, as I say, quite good. Some of it excellent. And I'm a sucker for things like this, which is like really tricky, hard level design that's been like played around with a lot. Yeah, can I just... When do those reset? I get 2. Do I have to like Twitch? No, I don't get another one, okay. Shift and jump is a weird control thing as well, rather than just having a button that does the thing. I don't know what other things you have going on or have planned. I kind of want to make this, at least this jump. Oh my god. It's quite hard. It's pretty hard, pretty hard. Text-based game jams not putting out. You wouldn't. You wouldn't the jam with it? No. I really would have thought that would be a more visual novel focused jam. Maybe it won on novelty. Oh, that's nice. I'm coming back there. I don't know if that's a checkpointy thing or just the last piece of ground I touched. But thank the heavens for whatever system has preserved my soul. Ah. Oh. Okay. Now what's this? Just... Okay, we did it. We did it. What's 5? Oh, were those the saves?
Because, yeah, this is just that level again, right? Okay. It's good. There's just no onboarding whatsoever. You know, how does anyone learn how to play that? Maybe some people do. Maybe other people are smarter than me. But I could not. The platforms especially. The platforms are the worst thing. Where I'm just like, you fall through them, but you could jump while you're touching them. Oh, of course. But to be fair, the rest of it, like, once you know this, is fine. I suppose you've tried to tell me there about the downward moving thing. It's mostly just a visual effect, right? It doesn't really do anything mechanically important. So yeah, this isn't too bad. I think the platform thing is really what got me the most. Cool. Thank you very much, Wimpy Llama. Chosen one. We've got 2 more to go. Games have to play 5. No. Games have to play 2. This game has been in the works for a long time and I've been focusing on the entire mechanics. Sorry, I zoned out and started thinking about other things entirely. Great thing to do while streaming. Well, for a long time I've focused on the engine mechanics. You ever find yourself just do that sometimes? I'm gonna do that in the middle of a talk or something, or I'm just like, and so what I was saying is, and just completely blank out. This game has been in the works for a long time. I've been focusing on the engine mechanics. All artwork are placeholders for when I hire a professional artist. Okay. The game will follow an epic quest. I mean, you're wondering, has he agreed to work on your game? The game will follow an epic quest to deliver a magical crystals atop a volcano. Will follow that, okay. Gosh. Okay, I think I already know what I'm gonna say. Alright, let's download. Crystal Quest demo. 80 meg, alright. But thankfully, our internet doesn't suck now, so we're already almost done. Got a lot of text files, what's in these? Just data, okay. The Chosen One. Squirrel Ninja with the $5. $5 US. Thanks for making such awesome tutorials. They have been immensely helpful. Also excited for Poke when it's out. Thank you very much for the contribution to making sure those things happen. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad I could be of help. I am also very excited for when Poke eventually comes out. Sub 830, nice. Oh, YouTube alerts with the very quick reaction time there. But hey, nice to know it still works. I need to resize it though, that came out super small. Maybe get one of those things that reads out in voice or something. New game. Enter, space. Josh. Ooh, look at this guy. Ooh. Those hands. Ooh. I like that nose. Oh, rotation. Oh my day. Oh god. It just looks like a weird growth. I like it. He's just got a weird growth on the side of his face. Yeah, definitely that mouth. Can we just make it really big? Oh, wow. Why was I designed to feel pain? Okay. Head displacement. Put it way back. He's got some swagger. What do we want at world forwards? It's got places to be. Right. It looks better without any hair. 20. Just those three here. I like that one. Yeah, let's make him absurdly large. He's not gonna be called Josh. He's gonna be called... What's he gonna be called? Video. It's gonna be called video games. Yeah. Ooh. Steady zoom in. Move using WASD. Come look at my crystal. It is a very pretty purple crystal. I wish to consume it. Are we done with the zoom in? Who's this guy? This guy does look kind of great, by the way. Oh, did I accidentally damage that? Oh, I can't get over the weird hand movements. Like, choose your skills. Press escape. What? What? Sure. Do we... It just makes arrows appear. Alright, okay. Ah, there, come for my crystal! No! But my little things... oh wait, no, they're bad? How do I do anything? Is he he's firing the... Do I have to like... I don't know what to do. The moon is causing an earthquake. And I'm here. I built a block. I don't... My crystal is dying. And I don't know how to get rid of this bow. I didn't want the bow. The bow chose me. I did not choose the bow. It just drops arrows. I don't want to drop the arrows. I wish to fire them from my... I don't want to fire the arrows. Leave my crystal alone! You monsters! Oh, we did it! We shot an arrow! I saw that! But I mostly just drop them. Attack with space. Attack with space. I feel like you lied. I'll hold space. Okay. Do I get a restart? Sick FPS though. Oh no, have I got to make my dude again? No, I didn't save. Oh, where's it Josh every time? Duke Gentian, sure. Video games was not very successful. I'm gonna do the same thing again. Make him less massive. I want that same mouth. Where is it? Can't see it because my stupid hands. What is the deal with the hands? Yes. Oh, I should have saved it. Oh well. Right. I want this. Yes, I have chosen the dagger. Don't let me stab you. You need to choose your skills. Okay. Speed and jump height. Lock picking? There's lock picking? To make him mobile. We did that. Oh, now it tells me. Maybe it told me before, maybe I just didn't see. What is this? This is way too intense. Is there meant to be sound? This is some intense Eclipse stuff. What's that? That looks bad. Go away! Shoot, this is my crystal. You cannot have it. This is my crystal. Oh god. Did I not get vitality points this time? No, my crystal. This is my crystal. Why do I keep stabbing the sky? Oh wait, no, that's my friend. Get away, heathens. Only I may consume the crystal. Level up. Some more vitality. Oh my god, what's going on here? Dunno. Okay. I think I'm ready to provide some criticism. The first vibe I had when I looked at this game, just on the itch.io page, was that you're gonna be trying to do too much. You're trying to make something beyond your capability to realistically achieve with your current skill set, which is not always the wrong thing to do, as much as we often say it is. But one of the many problems with it is that as you develop, as your skills grow, you're going to find that you're going to want to do things again in a different way, and there's going to be no getting around it, because you're at a point where you will be improving rapidly as you program more stuff and make more things. And the problem is that's going to keep raising your standards, and you're going to find yourself remaking a lot of stuff. There's a lot of systems going on that are not relevant to a fun game about protecting a crystal. I know you want it to be like, oh, you build up a base, and also there's a lockpicking involved somewhere, and I think there's a bit much. Maybe just make it about defending the crystal. Make it something you can finish and that you can ship. I know you got a whole thing saying you're going to hire a professional artist. Like, you got the money for that? Is that worth the investment? Do you see this turning into a big thing you're going to sell? I mean, if not, and it's just this fun hobby thing and you just want to do that, don't let me stop you, you know? But just trying to provide some warning signs, you know? Honestly, with the art, I wouldn't worry about it. This guy, like, I may have been laughing a lot. I think he looks hilarious. I would lean into that. With silly names and weird cartoony looking wizards and so on. I'd make it look more consistent. Like, I would apply this kind of like outliney style to like more of it, like the background art and all this stuff. I think it all looks inconsistent, but I don't think it's like the style of these characters actually is it's cute, you know? It's cool. It's got a humor about it. I don't know if am I going to be doing something in the day? I don't even... Just gonna go for a walk in the woods. Is this like Kingdom meets Terraria meets, I don't know, Skyrim meets Dark Souls? I don't know, man. This is a lot in one thing. And you really need to accept how hard that is to be a complete thing. I would look, if I were you, I would abandon. I would seriously give time to considering the notion of abandoning the idea that this will ever be a big epic thing. Like 3 years from now, you're going to ship this as some like majestic, wonderful, completed thing. What I would do with it, I'm not saying give up on it. What I would do with it is I would cut back a lot of what you've got planned. Most of what you've got planned, like 80%. All like a lot of the skills and stuff like that. You just chop it down, simplify it. You know, like make this like one screen that's just like a bunch of talents you can unlock. Right? Don't have all these different things. Just have like, I don't know, a little tree or something like that. Have some powers you can get or something like that. I guess keep this stuff if you want. I don't think it's super interesting. Keep the weapons, but have them be, you know, something you kind of pick at the start of the game, and maybe they change kind of the play style, or maybe the enemies drop different weapons that you can find, and so on. And just focus on this defense element of it, and just cut everything else you wanna do. Honestly, like, even though I really like the character design, it doesn't... Oh god, I've wedged myself in this wall. The whole character creation thing also felt a bit unnecessary for what this is. It's just a defensey thing. But it would add a ton of value if this were like a simple local co-op thing, for example, and you made a couple of characters. But I don't want to be telling you to do more stuff. I'm going to be telling you to do less. So I would just focus on this just repeating waves thing and just making that fun, and just I would cut out everything else. I don't even know what these buttons down here even are. I don't think I need to care. I feel like I'm not being precise enough with what I'm saying about this, but hopefully you get the idea. My overall feedback, the overall takeaway is you're trying to do too much. You're trying to do way too much. You've got, and I can see it right away. It's super common, by the way. Like, people do this all the time. Your first game should be something I mean, you say full length, so there's some wiggle room there as to what you mean. But like, Yeah, no, don't do this. Don't do a Kickstarter for this. You don't need to, okay? You want to simplify it down to something you can finish yourself. Make it, finish it, be proud of it, move on to the next thing. Okay? Just keep moving on, keep making things, shipping them, moving on. Do not, please do not sit on this for the next 2 to 3 years, okay? Just grinding away at this for 2 to 3 years. Don't do it. And that's not me saying like, oh, this game is hopeless and stands no chance. I'm saying like, just where you are as a developer, the game doesn't stand a chance, you know? And you could grow so much more in that time by doing lots of other things and succeeding in making more things than you would just grinding away at this, adding more systems, as fun and as that can be. And as a testament it can be to your own discipline to be able to keep building more and more and more of these systems. But as you build more and more systems, they're getting spread thinner and thinner and thinner. Nothing is really getting the polish it needs, and everything needs reworking and remaking and so on. Your ambition is well beyond what's going to realistically happen, right? Okay, I think I'm repeating myself a bit now, so we'll move on. But thank you for submitting it either way. It was very fun to play with the character creation stuff. If somehow that can be the focus of the game, that would be great. It was just that you're making these silly characters, and then I don't know, doing whatever with them. The defense game is a weird direction from that, but I don't know. Because that was the best part. That was the best part for me, was just making the character and then moving around. Okay, let's just move on. One left. Oh, I thought it was the same one again then. Quick question, how do I draw objects and sprites using your isometric system? Using the isometric system, that's literally all it tells you how to do, is to draw things in positions, right? You get a couple of scripts with it that show you how to get a position. You do draw a sprite at a position. Or unless you mean like how do you order things, I'm fairly sure we cover the basics of that in it. Because we needed to in order to draw things in the order. I think what I did for Fireball was I draw things in the... basically, I don't draw things manually. I don't draw things... Each object doesn't draw itself anymore. Instead, they are drawn by the renderer, as it were, that's drawing all of the little things so that it gets them in the right order and then they're in the right place. That's probably what you meant, maybe. Yeah, it's like 30% of your vision, maybe. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you know, cut it way down. You basically cut that entire other 70% out, in my opinion. But, as I say, like, you know, it's my opinion. You can do whatever you want with it. Smellia, a short platformer where light needs to stop the dastardly shade from sucking the shine out of the sky. Defeat his nosy minions and race to the finish in this grand feature-length film 2 to 3 minute experience. Okey-doke. Another platformer. Very Deltarune aesthetic on the character there. It's good, I like it. Not on everything else though, so I don't think it's really that. Not necessarily inspired by that. It's good old Oggs. We got some Oggs. Do you like Oggs? And you already spent a whole summer at? Yeah, and the thing is, that's not wasted time. You learn plenty doing that stuff. I just think you could be growing a lot more doing more smaller things and finishing them and so on, you know. So the moment you have a lot of unknowns that you're probably not thinking of as unknowns, and like, oh yeah, and then I'll do this, and we'll get the artist, and we'll run the Kickstarter, and we'll do this, and I don't know, but there's so much in there that you don't know anything about yet, is the point. Eventually you might hit the point where you do understand all of those things well enough to be able to say, okay, we're going to do a big project that has all of these things in it, but I do not think that you are quite there yet. Left, up, right, down. Nice looking menu. How do I get out of here? Z? No, no. I want to cancel. X? Okay, X. Cancel, okay. Nice. OBS. Catch up. There we go. Seed of Andromeda. I feel like maybe I played it. Oh, it's something. Getting the renderer to consider the move spots to be at certain positions. Not wholly sure what you mean, but just keep playing with it. Like, it's probably going to be harder for me to work out what your problem is and solve it than honestly just keep screwing around. You'll work it out. I worked it out. You can work it out. Smell the air. First I was like, why is it black in the middle of here? It's like, oh, it's like a nose? Look at controls again because I've already forgotten. Z, X. Okay. So far, so Mega Man. Did I shoot that open or did I? Just walk into it. Cute. I like the lighting. In quotation marks, you know what I mean? Alright, just walk into it. Turn this music up for me, actually. Ah! Turn it up on here. I don't know if you guys can hear it super well. It's really hard for me to judge my audio levels. Oh, so far very Mega Man. Let's go. Is that actually dealing damage? Or do I? Yeah, they only seem to flash when they're rubified. Oh no, no, okay. Oh, okay, we got one of those as well. No wall jump. Very nice animations, very nice aesthetic in general. Different as well. I don't really think of anything that looks quite like this. A lot of love putting into all these enemy sprites. Yeah. Sorry, I accidentally like coyote time dash. Yeah, god damn it. We need a jump. Quite important to do jump buff. Like, I mean, I know that's just like a thing for game feel in general. People are like, oh yeah, do a jump buffer so that when you fall off, you do a jump. But especially when you've got things like double jump and or a button you can press in the air to do something other than jump, you know. Very important to have a jump buffer so you don't accidentally do it when you wanted to jump. It's frustrating enough falling when you wanted to jump because you've left the platform just like a couple
frames like before you press jump. That's already like a thing that's like makes things feel better if you have the jump buffer, but especially when you have mechanics for pressing a jump button midair. I feel like those dragon things have a lot of hit points. Ow. Ow. Oh, damn it. You have to jump like a little bit. Don't know why I feel so compelled to finish this thing off. Anyway. Ah. I really like the character, it looks really cool. Like all the poses and stuff are very Mega Man, but like, you know, I don't know. In a way that just feels like you're taking what works rather than just like, oh, Mega Man did it. Looks nice. Hold down in the air while charging to do a charge dash. Eh? It's charging. Oh, okay, charging is in charging that, okay. It's a little complicated because that's a very different set of controls from just pressing the jump in the air. Instead I press down in the air to do the same thing, but like more. Ah! I feel like I would prefer that if I just, you know, when I did a dash, if I had charge, it would just do that. Yes, I guess like this you can, it means you can do both, but I'm not sure the added complexity is worth it. Those bullets are little faces. Aha, it's these. Oh no. Romp romp. Either way, I get the idea of that. I think we'll leave it there for today because it's 6:15. I need to finish this stream. Needs to be double tap. Yeah, I don't think I like that either. I think for me, what I would like is you just do the dash as you normally would by pressing jump in the air. But while you have charge, you get the extra effect, right? Oh, you can jump on enemies too. I think the very Mega Man feel made me like instantly hesitant to try jumping on enemies, which is just a natural, you know, if you imitate a game, are you going to generally assume, unless told otherwise, that the same rules apply? Yeah, sprite work is very, very good. Super solid. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was our last game of the day. We'll just turn that off. Should we go into recursion mode again? Yeah, here I am. So that was really cool. Really enjoyed playing people's games. I want to do more of these streams more regularly, and I know I've said that literally every time I've done these, but hey, we've done two weeks in a row now, so that's good. One is a way for me to like take some time to de-stress a bit, because these are actually fairly like chill streams to do by contrast to a lot of my other work. What was I gonna say? I've been distracted by my own endless recursion. Let's do something for... I want to do that just so then in the background we start kind of a wave of them doing that. I'm going to do... yeah, I'm going to do more of these streams. We're going to try and do them just like every Friday for a bit. I don't know that every stream is going to be one of these, but we're going to do I think we're going to do a lot more. People have been asking for them for a long time. We seem to get plenty of submissions. Seem to get no shortage of them. So people are here. If people are here for it and people are
interested in watching these, then we'll do more of them. Yeah, that's that. We have a new episode of the ARPG out today, so you can go watch that if you are following along with that. Maybe another one next week. We'll see how time allows, because I've still got my weird secret project on the go as well. Anything else I want to say? I don't think there's anything else I want to. When am I going to play your game? When we have another. I want to see Caesar's game. Do we have one left? You didn't submit it. You needed to get it in. I know it was a limited window, but that's just how it be. We had a lot of games to play. I think this is the best way so far of doing this. Like, we make sure no one can edit people's out like they did with the Google Doc. I can turn it on and off when we need to. It's the best we've come up with so far. We're slowly improving the method for this whole type of stream, right? Realize I'm playing with the microphone. That's probably adding weird noise. I don't know. Anyway, thank you all very much for stopping by and watching. If you're watching this on YouTube and you made it this far, you have probably already subscribed, but if you have not, you can do that. You know how to use YouTube. And shout outs to everyone on patreon.com who allows me to do any of this stuff. You can go patreon.com/SeanJS if you want to be one of those cool kids. Or there's stuff in the thing. If you like the things that I do, there's necessary ways to make me do more of that stuff that a certain number of people have to do in order for me to be able to. You get it. You know how creators work. You're all smart kids. Please go out, do the things. Thank you all for watching. And I'll catch you all next time. We're gonna get it. We're clicking the button. We're clicking the button. We're gonna click it. I think this is the button I should click. I don't know if I should click this button first or if I should click the end stream button on OBS first. I'm gonna